Errol Spence responded to Terence Crawford criticizing Gervonta Tank Davis by stating, "Quit gassing these fighters up." Initially, I didn't know who he was referring to because I knew he wasn't talking about Gervonta Tank Davis because that's his guy. However, I checked out his Twitter where he retweeted a fan saying or telling Terence Crawford to stay away from Errol Spence. Forget about these lightweights, worry about these welterweights. And not too long after, pound for pound #1 Terence Crawford responded to an Errol Spence question to when that fight is going to take place. And he responded by stating year 2999. Then they also asked him why these fights are hard to make. He said, "Supposedly I'm scared." So obviously he being sarcastic, but we're gonna talk about it. How y'all doing, ladies and gentlemen? Pieces and blessings upon all my Akhis, or Akhis, however you want to call it. Subscribe below if you're trying to get smarter by the minute. If you're trying to get dumb about a second, don't. And listen to these casual fans / old media. Shout out to Dante for starting the new media wave. Check out Split Decision episode 15 where we went live, and just like the truth, we wanted all the smoke. However, these casual fans don't want none. As soon as the round began and the bell rang for us to debate on Split Decision, all these casual fans are a no-show. And the Akhi, your brother over here, is not gonna hurt you. I'm just gonna educate you. It might hurt your feelings, but that's as far as I'm gonna go. So if y'all miss Split Decision, make sure y'all click on the notification bell to get notified every time we post or go live on Split Decision, the boxing debate show / talk show. However, let's talk about the business at hand. Now, it ain't a secret that the fight of the decade is Errol Spence versus Terence Crawford. That fight was supposed to take place in 2020, according to Al Heyman and Bob Arum. They had a deal where they were going to actually make that fight take place in 2020 after the Fury versus Wilder rematch. However, because Errol Spence suffered the car accident, them plans got delayed. So that fight most likely won't take place till 2021. But for the meantime, Bob Arum is working on making the Porter fight. Recently, he came out stating that he heard Kenny Porter call them out and he wants Top Rank to make the call. So Bob Arum's phone is not out of order, so he's looking to get in touch with Kenny Porter and see if that fight is possible, as long Porter and Terence are willing to put their friendship aside to make legacy. So we'll see if that fight comes to fruition. However, for the meantime, Errol Spence already let it be known that he's back on. And even though guys like Teddy Atlas and a lot of fans are saying he's not the same, one thing for sure, what's still the same is his energy. His energy never changed. He still wants all the smoke. He even treating Danny Garcia as a tune-up. And he called out no other than Terence Crawford as well. Terence Crawford in the past, he stated that Errol Spence is not avoiding him. It's just the business and the network. Obviously, if they could keep the money in-house, the PBC will do so. However, now he's saying this fight won't take place till 2999. I believe he's just being sarcastic. He knows as much as I do that Errol Spence wants to smoke with him as well. And Errol Spence stated he would not move up in weight till he unified the division and become undisputed. So that being said, after Timothy Bradley went on the little rant he had after Terence Crawford fight, calling out all these PBC fighters, we have Porter willing to fight him, at least according to Kenny, and we got Errol Spence, who was always willing to fight Terence Crawford. And then we also have Danny Garcia, who stated, "I don't need them, they need me," which, with all the respect, that's a false statement. I mean, Danny Garcia lost to Sean Porter. He don't have a strap. Terence Crawford is known as pound for pound #1. Errol Spence is known as the #1 welterweight. He has 2 straps at the moment. So it's obvious that you need them, they don't need you. Danny Garcia is just another mega fight for either one of them guys. On the other hand, one time has to prove that he could do it 2 times, because yes, he beat a Danny Garcia. Yes, he beat a Sean Porter. But that Pacquiao loss set him back a little bit, so he kind of have to climb the ladder again. So as things unfold in the welterweight division, a tournament will be lovely. However, that's too much to ask in the sport of boxing. which if that actually take place and someone is able to pull it off like an Al Heyman with the PBC, since he has most of the talent pool, then boxing will be the #1 sport in all sports, because nothing tops the best versus the best fighting in the finals. Regardless of what sport you love to watch, basketball, football, soccer, you name it, nothing tops a fight, because even the casual fans could tune in and they will know a thing or two. I mean, one fighter trying to take the other fighter head off. It's that simple, right? So if someone could pull it off, we could have a Super Bowl every month for the whole year, because there's like 12 weight divisions in the sport. So if there's a tournament every month and the finalists is gonna meet, and they could structure it where every month we have the finals for every division, which is an equivalent of a Super Bowl in the sport of boxing, then like I said, boxing will be the #1 sport again, just like when Ali was fighting. But obviously Muhammad Ali was bigger than the sport. Floyd Mayweather, he's as big as it gets when it comes to the sport of boxing. But Muhammad Ali, on the other hand, he was just bigger than the sport as a whole. He was a worldwide figure, possibly the most popular person in the world, especially at the time, and even today after he passed. So RIP to the greatest, Muhammad Ali. And I will keep y'all upgraded when it comes to Errol Spence and Terence Crawford next couple fights. So subscribe below if you're trying to get smart about a minute. If you're trying to get dumb about a second, don't listen to these casual fans. And to all my Akhis, Ox or Akhis that asked me where I be getting my drip from on Split Decision, and all the haters that be hating on my drip, if y'all want to be dripped up like the Akhi be on Split Decision, then cop the Akhi merch in the description box below, or on Instagram, click on the link and cop the Akhi merch. So when y'all do call into Split Decision, we will announce your record on how many debates you won or lost, and show a picture of you with your Akhi drip on. So go ahead and do that favor for me, and subscribe below and click on the notification bell to get notified every time we post to go live on Split Decision. And obviously follow Looney Tune Boxing for the funniest boxing memes, because he too part of the new media wave. So y'all can find his link, his IG link, in the description box below. So keep it a G and follow my man, because like I said, he too part of the new media wave that Dante made or created. So shout out to the GOAT DBN. And I appreciate Dante for giving me the opportunity to post on his platform and to be continued on the next episode of Akhi TV. Peace, and we out.